1 hour at least to start getting into it. I welcome Crystal Andrus, international life coach, as well as Colette Baron-Reid, intuitive counselor. Okay, you know the movie Mean Girls with Lindsay Lohan? Guess what? We're mean women, too. It's not just for high school. That's what we're talking about right now, right, ladies?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, where do we begin with this? Do mean girls breed mean women, or are you saying, in general, it trickles down?
Well, don't you think everything trickles down?
It does.
It's a trickle-down effect. And I think that for thousands of years, women competed to get the best man, to give us the best life. And I think in the last 50 years, that's changing, but we're still running on old programming, old patterns.
So you're saying we've come so far, and yet now here we are seeing more as equals, right, in the workplace and in life, and yet now we're tearing each other down.
I also think, too, that it stems from the amount of pressure that we have on ourselves to look a certain way. For example, the beauty industry, the amount of pressure that's put on us to have a standard of beauty that isn't
unattainable, unrealistic.
Well, it's not only that, it's half the time we're looking at things that are completely photoshopped. I mean, there's research now shows young women, young teenagers are looking at themselves and they can't compare to what they see, and so they hate themselves and their mothers hate themselves, and then we look at another woman who who has seemingly, but she's born like that,
or it's that whole idea that I'm afraid to be fabulous. It's like so many women are like, I want to be fabulous, but I'm afraid to be fabulous, but I don't like you for being fabulous.
The tall poppy syndrome.
It's just this, and so, we've really, Colette and I, for years, we've been working together as friends for about 10 years, but in the last couple of years, we're really seeing a trend that's changing. That's the good news, that there is a trend changing. There's more women that are beginning to collaborate. There's a lot more things that are happening now that we're realizing we are strong if we unite. I think that's why men.
That's the thing.
I think that's why 5,000 years ago men said, "Women, get in the kitchens. You can't be scared of us. You're too powerful. Do not unite. You're too powerful."
Right. A lot of men tried to pit women against one another.
And now we're all figuring it out, and we're like, "Oh no."
Okay, that said, I've dealt with it in the business where I was always seen as the weak one, and I've gone up against the mean girls by trying to be extra nice to them, and then they just crush you harder. What do you do then?
People pleasing doesn't work.
I'm shutting the front door on my house. I'm peeking at you through the window, and you're not getting in.
But here's the thing:
it's boundary setting.
It is boundaries.
Not ignore, but give them the same, serve the same shade back.
No, no.
What do you do?
Well, the first thing is if you feel that you have the security in yourself, you won't need to people please somebody who's trying to manipulate you or be passive aggressive to you. And I think that's predominantly around women. Men will just punch you in the face. They'll just and then they'll go on and you guys go have a beer again afterwards.
That's right. Well, what if you're always super pleasant, and then the one time you try and ask somebody to do something, they don't take you seriously because of the passive aggressiveness? How do you command the respect?
This is why what we're really teaching.
You need an hour with us.
I know.
We both have coaching schools, and we teach women.
We're teaching people empowered communication. And I think for a long time, it was almost like a ladder up a wall, and passive is really at the bottom, and peaceful is at the top. And I think a lot of women confuse passive with peaceful. So passive, passive-aggressive, aggressive, assertive, empowered. We have to learn how to rise up in the way that we communicate so that we're really having empowered, assertive, peaceful, win-win conversations.
But when a man is assertive, he's seen as taking charge and being passionate. When a woman is, she is, sounds like
for 5,000 years, the men ran everything. So women are just starting to have a voice.
It's new. It's still very new for us.
And everybody's a little uncertain of, are you a lovely lady still if you have a voice?
And it's cultural. It's cultural. That's the other thing. So we have to do it one woman at a time. We have to, band together two women at a time, really. It's like what Crystal
and groups of women. International Women's Day this Saturday.
This Saturday. And in terms of confidence for little girls, it breaks my heart when you hear, even in restaurants or malls, little girls who are 6 or 7 talking about dieting.
Oh my God.
I know. But they
I didn't even know what that stuff was at that age.
I was on an interview not too long ago, and the woman said, Crystal, it's different for me. I'm in my 50s. So I can cut myself up. But when I hear my gorgeous 15-year-old do it, I said, it's not acceptable that you're in your 50s cutting yourself up. She's still learning it from you.
That's right.
She's learning that, and she's learning when you gossip about other people and other women. So we set the tone.
We lead by example.
We lead.
Right.
Very good.
And we are going to lead by example.
Yes.
Saturday.
Nice bam. Bam.
Crystal and Colette, they're having a girl moment. They are hosting the Enchanted Evening, of course, for International Women's Day, which is this Saturday night. Now, you can go at 5 o'clock. There's the dinner and then the chat, or you can go at 7 o'clock after the dinner. It's at 386 Carlaw. For more information, theenchantedevening.com. Celebrate, ladies! Woo! We'll be back with more BT right after this. And you too, Mark.